Hey Chelsea fans, it is yet another video coming through from me, Desire Derek for Mugumisa, and I thank you so much for tuning in to this one. Now I know that many of you are not fine after that result that Chelsea yet again put on over the weekend. Matter of fact, it's not many of you, it's many of us, including myself, right here. And of course, for those that have interacted with me on Twitter or in the comment section on some of these videos and all of those, you will have realized that I'm not exactly one of those that is joining the train where we are all bashing the boys about the results that they're getting and all of those. And some have chosen to wonder, where am I at? I'm one of those who are saying, it's just 6 games in and all of that in the Premier League, and we're still believing and all of that. And here in this video, I'm just going to be breaking down why we just might need to relax a little and just see out the process. It's a process, it's a project, and everyone has said all these things to you. I just want to see if I can share my thoughts with you on why this is not it. Prior to the last game, one of the guys in a WhatsApp group I am in of Chelsea fans from where I'm from, Uganda, did share a poll about how people would get to what people expected of the Aston Villa game. I didn't vote in that poll, mainly because I was busy, but even if I had, I probably would have not voted, because at this point, I don't think we are in a position where we can go ahead and know if we'll win a game, if we'll draw it, or if we'll lose it. And that's simply because we are at the stage of that project that we are at. There is a lot of pieces that are still coming together, in my opinion, and we just cannot, bundle all this pressure on ourselves. I don't think we are bundling this pressure on the boys. First and foremost, they do not know us. A few of us maybe text a player or two, and some of us are popular enough for them to see the screenshots from our conversations from their own little circles as people. I totally understand that, but over and above this, I feel it is the pressure that we put ourselves on as fans when we go into games today expecting victories. I feel it is a part of the time where we get to tune into games and see where did we improve, and hopefully we can get to score. I have good news for you. The beauty about it is that we have improved tremendously from what we saw last season in terms of how we play football, how we play the game. You see that we are dominating games. I mean, we were playing against lower tier clubs, even when we were also in the lower edges of the table, and they were dominating us through games. They were doing everything they wanted to do with us, and we were defending. Many of us were out there saying, how is Frank Lampard our manager? We are so clueless. We can't play. We can't even dominate a game. We can't. Everything we have done this season is dominate games, whether it was Liverpool, whether it was West Ham, whether it was Luton, and whoever. And yes, the results differed and all of that. And just last week, we saw the Football Meta YouTube video, beautiful video explaining some of the challenges that we continue to have. And if you watch that video extensively, and you've been watching the analysis around our games and all of those, then you will have seen that our challenges are really relationship-based challenges. And those are challenges that no single manager is ever going to, just be given a timeline of 3 months and ensure that everything is sorted and done and now we are good to go. It doesn't help that we had the preseason with the players that we had it with, and then suddenly we have this many more players that are supposed to be playing football games together that have been both either late or have been away injured and all of those kinds of things. And now they have to be bedded into the club and how we play and all of that. And then, of course, I've also seen a couple of comments that I personally disagree with, comments about now we need to have Poch leave the club, he needs to be held accountable and all of that. There are a couple of people who have said he's a clueless manager and all of that. I do not think that with the tactics we are playing football with today, with the runs whereby at each attack we have at least 2 or 3 runs being made, and players need to understand who to pick out when, and to have the presence of mind to figure out that, well, this is not a good shot, my colleague is in a better position, I will release them and all of that. I do not think that is a play that comes out of a manager that is clueless. And I think it is more clueless on us to think that Mauricio Pochettino, for all his experience and everything that he has managed to do, yes, I will understand when you say he hasn't won enough, but I think that it is clueless of us to think that Mauricio Pochettino is clueless and doesn't know what he is doing. I think from where I stand, he has no control over what the players decide to do. All he can do, like us, well, for us, it is us. We have to watch the games every day. And for those who can make it to Stamford Bridge, go out there and support the club. Mauricio Pochettino, on the other hand, he can deliver the tactics and teach the players and all of that. When they get onto the pitch, it's down on them, fam. Mauricio Pochettino, I've seen us castigate Thiago Silva for the mistake that led through the ball where Colwill well blocked before Oli Watkins got to score against us. He has no idea which decision Thiago Silva makes in that position. And we need to also understand that Thiago Silva is not walking onto that pitch intending to make such a mistake. Matter of fact, he's being one of, if not the best defender that we've had in the team for the longest time this season. So, again, Mauricio Pochettino has no order over that. Mauricio Pochettino has no control over where Sterling places the ball when Nicholas Jackson is through on goal with him. Mauricio Pochettino has no control over Jackson, who, in as much as he does his best, fails to find the target when Mihailo Mudryk gets to take him through. Mauricio Pochettino has also made some mistakes. Given, I mean, we all make mistakes at our jobs and all of those kinds of things. So at the end of the day, no one is expecting the manager to get it right every single time. No one expects you to get it right every single time. So yeah, we'll give him that as well. He's human. He makes errors and all of that. I personally will join you and say I still don't understand how Colwill is our left back. But maybe that red card to Malo Gusto, if not contested and taken away, will help us see a back four where Colwill is a left centre back and maybe Disasi goes to right back and we have an actual left back at left back. That too, I do not see just yet. Now, there are a couple of people who have also come out to, well, maybe it's safe to say they've tried to shut other people down who have told them that, hey guys, it's only his first season. He's just getting in there. We have got to see that Mikel Arteta, who's Arsenal you compare to us right now, and say, oh, you love what they're doing right there. Those guys started worse off, than some of the managers that were pushed out of Chelsea Football Club. And for me, Sarri, I forget his second name. Was he also Mauricio? Mauricio Sarri? I need to find that name right now. But yeah. Oh, look at that. Mauricio Sarri. Yes. We pushed him out of the club, and yet he had done fairly well, and I had thought that that was something that we needed. I will put up my hand and tell you you don't even have to pay me for that opinion. I have always thought that yes, we won trophies and all of that, and I loved it. And I just loved to win the dirty way because I just wanted the Champions League. I didn't care. Then we won it the first time, and immediately I thought, we've won the Champions League. How about we start playing some beautiful football and enjoy our games while we go at it? I enjoyed how we defended, how we just cut out teams. Whoever came, we knew how to stop them and score that one goal, those two goals, maybe three sometimes when we were lucky and all of that. But I remember the Carlo Ancelotti season and some of the other seasons where we scored so many goals, and I wanted that. And Mauricio Sarri, for me, offered us that option. Yet all season, we castigated the man first for playing Jorginho as the central defensive midfielder and Conte as a box-to-box. We castigated the man all season. We made it so hard for him to settle in. At the end of that season, he delivered a trophy. He contested 2 finals and left us to go to Juventus. And he stated, you know what? It was untenable to be at Chelsea Football Club. As he later got into regret leaving Chelsea, he has said, yeah, I regret leaving Chelsea. Maybe I should have stayed longer. What they're doing is what I wanted to do. The project. And I thought we had started that project building situation, and it was the perfect time to do that. But we did not. When we, as the Chelsea fans, sacked Mauricio Sarri in that season, he had a 61.9 win percentage. We didn't like what he was doing for us. Oh, Mauricio Sarri, he's the smoking whatever. He shouldn't be at our club. He doesn't know what he's doing. He won 39 games of, I think, the 73 that he coached that season. He drew 13 and lost 11. Gave us a Europa League title in there, and brought us back fairly up and all of that. And you thought we were going to be building on that. That Arteta that we all praise right now, ladies and gentlemen, in his first full season, because he came in mid-season at Arsenal, the first season he coached only 28 games, won 16 of those, and drew 6. That was his record. Let us compare him to Mauricio Sarri, who had a full season, because Arteta's first full season at Arsenal, even with the experience of the previous season, so he has an advantage on Mauricio Sarri's first season at Chelsea. But what Arteta does there is he coaches 58 games, where Mauricio Sarri had 73, and then he won only 29, where, of course, what is his name? Mauricio Sarri managed 39, 10 more wins. Of course, yeah, Mikel Arteta had about 58 minus 73, that is 15 less games. But you are not assured that Arteta would have gotten 10 more wins out of what he was doing, especially how Arsenal were playing right there. And all of those kinds of things can be spoken about. So maybe we had that Arteta and we chased him away. All I'm saying is, when you look at Pep Guardiola and his first season at Chelsea, yes, I will tell you that Mauricio Pochettino now was in charge of Tottenham Hotspur, and he finished ahead of Pep Guardiola's Manchester City by a whole 12 points. Yes. Can I count anymore? No, I can't count. I don't think I can count. He finished ahead of Pep Guardiola by 8 points, because Tottenham Hotspur, in one of the best seasons, if not the best season that Mauricio Pochettino had over there, was on 86 points. Guardiola, first season at Manchester City. Also, the Titanic manager and all of these kinds of things going on about him was third with 78 points that season as compared to Tottenham's 86. Oh, you want to know who the champion were? The champions were Chelsea. They had 93. So yes, 78, 88, 15 points. 15, no. Oh yeah, 15 points of Manchester City being behind Chelsea in, that is of course Pep Guardiola's first season at Manchester City. So maybe we need to calm down a little, guys, and realize that there are a couple of things that we cannot force. And for me, the key thing that we need to take note of, guys, is that every time you sack that manager, because hey, this guy's coming for 4 months and you want them out. You want another guy to come in, you give him 6 months, you want him out. You give him 8 months, you want him out. Please know that you wanted all these managers before they were hired. You wanted them for the things that they managed to do. Graham Potter, all the things he managed to do at Brighton, he was not even as bad as he was at Chelsea before you called for him to be sacked. You know, as compared to what Brighton's levels are and all those kinds of things. All these things, Mauricio Pochettino, he's not that terrible, guys. We are dominating games. We are creating the chances. We are just not finishing them. And I think and I believe it's not even about the quality of players we have in the club. They just need to get more and more used to the system, to get more and more used to how different players are always there. Some of you have played FIFA, now EA Sports FC. You know that you get onto a new team, you just do not know how, in career mode especially, you've signed up with this team, you don't know how this defensive midfielder prefers to intercept, or if he intercepts, or if his strength is just tackling and all of that. Who is this central midfielder? You can give them all the instructions that you want, but it still comes down to how does this player X play? And that has got to be figured out over time. So can we just chill a little and allow this team to grow together? I mean, the patterns are there. Who's moving in what at what time? At what point does Malo Gusto attack as the more forward-thinking fullback in this squad? When does Sterling go to the line, and when does he come through the middle? When does Nico Jackson initiate a move, and we know no, this is really about Sterling to make the run behind and all of that. We are trying to do things. You can see the patterns are there, but we've got to give it time and we've got to be patient. It's not about the age of the players. It could help, but it's not necessarily about that. The experience could have helped, but again, we are starting a new project. I've explained that to you. That is the co-sporting directors, and I've stated, guys, you know what? This is where we were. This is where we want to go. We needed to start by buying these young players, have them come into the club, and see how we can then add whatever we want to add in there. Will it be Ivan Toney in January? I see Arsenal also interested. Who will it be? That will come in later, but we've got to trust the process. And I really, really hope that this is not the case of where the Chelsea leadership succumb yet again and let Mauricio Pochettino go. I hope this time we build a project that we believe in and that is one, and I have all the confidence that this is the one that will work. Can we come to games as Chelsea fans to see how far we have come rather than measure ourselves against past glory? Past glory we shall not get to if we don't do the right things. The right things? Trusting the process. My name is Desire Derek from Mugomisa. Those are my thoughts on this. I would love to hear what you think in the comment section right here below. I urge you to subscribe to this channel, support me. That is how we shall be able to continue doing this thing together. And yes, follow me on social media. Let's have those conversations there. Until the next video, keep the blue flag flying high.